Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how to create this Mother's Day social media poster real quick. Let's step into Photoshop now. Today is going to be a very interesting tutorial because I'm going to show you some few tricks that you will not find anywhere else but from this channel. Let's go to new and then let's go to the dimension I'm going to be using is 2000 here, 2000 here, 300 here. Then I'm going to call it maybe let's just say Mother's Day poster, right? And then I'm going to leave everything like this. I'm going to click on create. Now guys, also our alignment is really key. Okay, so let's go to view, let's go to new gas layout, and then let's set it to 6 across here. You can even set it to 4 and then let's set here to 0.3 across the board. Let's click on okay. Now I'm going to use this for the meantime. Now also we want to start with a solid color. That's the background I'm going to be using. I'll go to solid color and then I'm going to set it to DF. All right, and then I'll click on OK. Then I'll click over here on the mask here. I'll go and pick my brush and then I'll come to the canvas. Make sure my caps lock is off. All right, and then I'm just going to set the color here to color black. I'm going to click on the middle here just to create a little glow there. All right, so you can see it's just subtle but it's in there. Now I'm going to put that in a group. I'm going to call it just B. All right, BG. Nice. Other thing is we want to start typing in there. I'm going to click on my text tool and then I'm going to start bringing in the details. Okay, I'm going to type MOM for mom because it's a happy Mother's Day, and then I just want that word to be in the background. Now the font I am going to be using is Wicked Mouse. Okay, now this is a font I've been using often, so well, not often, but I use it a lot though. And then I'm going to set the font size to ridiculously high amount, 108 or something like that. Okay, Control H to bring our lines. Click on your move tool and then just want to move it somewhere in the middle. Okay, so maybe Control T. Okay, maybe Control T. All right, and then make sure it is in the middle like that. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to click this and drag this line there. I'm going to click this and drag this line there. Okay, so we know those lines are pretty much important to us. I'm going to duplicate it, Control J, then I'm going to drag it down, Control J again, then I'm going to drag it down a bit more. Okay, good. Now I'm going to select the three of them and then come and click on this. Nice. Control T to select all the three of them and make sure it's in the middle of that. Okay, so that is pretty cool. I'll put it in a group that I'm going to call it mom. Good. Now also I am going to give it a distinct gradient layer or gradient whatever it is. Let's just double click it. Gradient overlay. Okay, so I'm going here to gradient overlay. I want to give it a particular color. Okay, so I'll click on this side. I'll give it A71C00. Good. Click on OK. Now the middle here, I want to click there, double click it. Let's give it this color code EA2700. Good. Now this, let's give it this color code FFAC0C. Good. Click on OK here too. Now we want to work on the color, the way it distributes. We're going to click on align with layer. Good. We're also going to set it to linear here. We're going to set the angle here to 143. Nice. And then this side, the scale here, I'm going to set it to 34. Nice. Okay, so let's see what we can do. I want to bring it there like that, something like this. I feel like something like this is good. I'll click on OK. Amazing, right? So this is what we are going to be using. I'll go to file, I'll go to place embedded, and then I am going to pick let's just see what can we do. Let's just go here, let's just go there, let's just go there, let's just go there. I'm going to pick this plastic, I'm going to place it in there nicely. Good. Then I'm going to set it to color dodge. All right, now Control T. We need to make sure it is quite big. I'm going to stick with this. Okay, so I'm going to stick with this, and then just, you see the mom here, Control G again to put it in a group. I'm still going to call it mom, and then we can be able to right click this and then clip it to it. Good. So that's the first part. Now the second part is you want to go back there and you want to go and bring the love shape, this one, click on place. Good. It's right where it should be. Now also guys, take a look, the middle here has to be in the middle of the line. Okay, so the middle of the love has to be in the middle of the line. I think this is perfect. Good. I put it in a group. I'm going to call it photo. Nice. Now click on the photo. Let's do a few things to it. Now we want to just double click it and then go to drop shadow. All right, and then drop shadow, we are going to set this side not to the black color. We're going to use 70 15. All right, 00. We want the shadow to be that color. We are going to give it a full 100%, and then we are going to set this side to 111. That's the angle. And then we are going to set this to 12. We are going to set that to 6, and then we are going to set this to 136. Good. All right, so then click here. Let's set it to that. Nice. Okay, so that is it. For the meantime, we're going to stick to this, and then I'll go and then pick my image or photo. Good. You want to hold Alt and then just clip it to it like that. Nicely done. You also want to go back there again and then go and pick it, the image, and then pick this one and then just bring it in there nicely like that. Okay, so this is good so far. What we can do to this is that we can let's see what we can do to it. We can, for the start though, we can just give it a mask. Pick our brush. Okay, make sure it's quite small. We can push it up a little bit. Okay, yes. We could also just clean those side. Right, so good. Can clean those side as well. But I find this refreshing, guys. I find this refreshing. I don't know about you, but I think this is good. Okay, so that is it. But then, guys, also remember we can give it some strokes. So duplicate this, and the one underneath it, I want you to go to the FX here, right click it, and then clear layer styles. So then drag it on top of it. Now, once you do that, go to the fill and reduce the opacity or the fill, and then double click on it, and then just go to stroke. Now you want to set the value here to 8. You want to set it to 100%. You want to set the position to inside, and then also you want to set it to color white. Now once you're done with that, just click on OK. Now another thing, Control G just to the stroke. Let's just call it stroke. All right, so the stroke here, you want to give it a mask, and then pick your brush. And then you can just mask that side. Guys, you should know how to mask by now. If you don't know how to mask, guys, you're missing out on editing. Okay, so I advise you to go and learn how to mask. Okay, I ain't going to show you that in this video. Maybe this particular video I ain't going to show you, but you got to learn how to mask. Okay, so go and then learn it. All right, good. All right, so that is pretty much it. Now let's close it. We are done with that one. Let's begin to put some few text in there as well. I'm going to click on my text tool. I'm going to type over here. Then I'm going to pick let's see, I didn't add the text to it. That's shame on me, man. All right, so I'm going to type this day. Okay, then I'll just set it to color black so that I can see it for now. Okay, let's drag it in here. It's too big, guys. This is way big, so let's make it quite small. Maybe around 6'4". Let's just see what that 6'4" is going to do. 6'4" might not do, but let's go here. Let's set it to a different font. Okay, AMON. Okay, I'm going to use Amontillado regular. I'll click on it. I click on my move tool, I'll drag it somewhere here. Now it's too much compacted together, so I'm going to set this side to 0. Let's see how it's going to be like. I feel like this is better. Okay, but this side, okay, I'm just going to use this slider. Let's see. Okay, so I'll use that slider. I think that slider will do the trick. And then I'll go back to mom. Okay, now you can see this FX here. I'll hold Alt, then I'll drag the FX on it. Good. Now I'm going to open it, and then I'm just going to increase the scale. All right, increase the scale and maybe change the angle a little bit. Okay, so that's good. That is good. We are not done. Still going to type over there happy, but we are going to use the font called Lato. Now guys, everything is going to be in the description for you. Okay, y'all know this already. I always do the description, the fonts for you. So I'm going to bold here. I'm going to set the font to something smaller, maybe 14 will do. Okay, I'm also going to make it all caps nicely, and then I'm going to space it out by giving it the value of the tracking here, 1000. Good. Then Control H, Control T. You got to make sure it's middle aligned. That's why we brought the lines at the first place. It has to be middle aligned. Check mother. Mother also has to be what? Middle aligned. Now you can see mother is middle aligned. That's the reason why we brought those things. So I'm also going to duplicate happy, and I'm going to drag it all the way down here. I'm going to set this side to 0 nicely, and then I'm going to type in the value happy. That is it. I'm going to set this side off. Control H. Then I'm going to drag it to hit that, and Control T. I'm also going to push this to hit that. Nice. So you saw what I did. I just make sure it touched here, the same side as that. Okay, but I'm going to double click it and I'm going to pick all of us. Okay, all of us. I'm going to set it to black. Then I'm going to pick from here going. I'm going to set it all the way to maybe regular. Good. Nice. Now I'm also going to select this side, and then I'm going to set it to maybe any of the reddish color there. Okay, maybe from here going should also be regular as well. Alright, so something like this, aim bar, but once you are done, you need to select, let's put it in a group. Okay, let's call it Happy Mother's Day. Okay, let's select everything. Okay, and then let's just push it down a little bit. Okay, so I think this will do. I feel like the whole thing is in the middle, which is obviously the best. Okay, now another thing we need to do, now we are done with everything, but we need to make sure it is epic, it is interesting, it is dynamic. To do that, we can add glows to it. Okay, so I'm going to create a layer. I'm going to pick color white from the background, make sure my caps lock is off, increase the brush size a little bit, and then hit somewhere here. Okay, then I'll set it to around 60 something. I'm going to drag it here. I'm going to duplicate it again, and then this time I'm going to reduce it. Okay, then I'm going to push it somewhere here, but then I'm going to give it full opacity. Okay, because I want it to hit the hair there like that. Come from here. Okay, so I think this is good. I feel like this is better. I'm going to put it in a group, then I'm going to call it glow. Other thing is we can also bring in some ribbons. Let's go there because it's a celebration, right? So let's just bring this ribbon here. Yes, just to culminate everything. I'm going to put it in a group. I'm going to call it ribbons. And then the final touch I'm going to add to it is just to make sure the dark side of it, has some interesting color tones in there. So I'm going to click here using gradient map. I'm going to double click here. I'm going to set it to A60085. Good. Then I'll come here to the middle here, double click it. I'm going to set it to FFE7C5. Okay. Maybe let's drag this one down. Let's drag this all the way here. Let's see. Makes sense. Perfect sense. So you can see the dark side has that color in there. It looks good. Looks great. Let's set it to soft light. And then that is it, guys. That is a subtle, but it's in there. Now, if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. I love you all, guys. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and comment as well. See you in the next one. Peace out.